Welcome back to Big Wave Beach, but every level I set myself a challenge. Right now, it is going well, with days 6 and 7 being really easy. Both of them I'm not allowed to use attacking plans, but as always, there's always one problem a day that ruins everything. Welcome to day 8, the bulb bowling level, which is supposed to be an intro to the bowling bulb plant in Big Wave Beach. The orange bulb has a 52% chance of being in the conveyor belt, with a maximum of 6 being able to spawn. The electric bulb has a 28% chance, with an infinite max count. Dark blue has a 17% chance, and you can get a maximum of 3. And cyan is the rarest, with at just 3%. And there are 2 maximum that you can get in the conveyor belt. Now, what the challenge for day 8 was that unless I had 5 of the electric bulbs, or all of my lawnmowers were gone, then I could not use the electric bulbs. This is because the electric bulbs are pretty overpowered in this level, which are able to just to instantly kill the zombies it hits. However, when low tide happened, as you can see here, I ended up losing too many of my lawnmowers, which left me unable to defend the wave before the second wave, which made me fail to a bucket head. Okay, but what is the strategy then? Well, it mainly just has to do with using the bulbs as soon as we can, being sure not to waste our electric bulbs before we meet the requirements to use them. However, it's probably impossible to not lose lawnmowers in this case. So if we do let zombies take a lawnmower, then we have to make sure to defend that lane as well as we can, so we don't get a stray zombie there. As you can see here, it also depends somewhat on luck. Since what if we don't get enough electric bulbs? What if we don't get enough bulbs that can take down the zombies fast enough? Then that's a problem. So, undeniably, this level involves skill and luck combined. And after we lose all of our lawnmowers, our main goal is just to use our bulbs as fast as possible wherever they're needed. This includes using these 3 electric bulbs here to make the Gargantuar throw its imp, and then making sure we can stall the rest of the zombies out with the bulbs that are coming from the conveyor belt before they reach our house, as we have no lawnmowers to stop them. And after only 2 attempts, that is day 8 of Big Wave Beach challenge completed. And despite being a 4 flag level, day 9 was actually, simply put, very easy. The setup I used was lily pad, primal sunflower, primal walnut, primal potato mine, garlic, thyme warp, and cherry bomb. I could use, because the challenge being no attacking plants. Now, what my strategy was to let go of the bottom 4 mowers, and basically what I would do then is I would make the zombies congest into the second and 4th row, so I could use instant kills to get rid of them, and tall nuts powered up by plant food, primal tall walnuts powered up by plant food to stall them. And while I did accidentally use my freeze power up here, I still feel like this is a legitimate completion of day 9 with the challenge, since I still had thyme warp if I had needed to stall any longer, and the zombies were still far enough away where it really made no difference. Then, for the 3rd flag, my main strategy was to use thyme warp to bring the zombies back, so I had a bit more time before I needed to use cherry bomb again, and was also focused on replacing garlic wherever I needed to. This was because by now it was getting to the point where I was struggling to keep up with my garlic losses before the zombies got too far into my sun production. Then, for the final wave, I used thyme warp one last time to get zombies all to the back row, and then stalled them for a bit using 2 primal walnuts, so I would be able to get them all neat and lined up together, so I could use a single cherry bomb to explode every single one of them once they reached the 2nd column. And that is day 9, the first 4 flag level complete. And now on to day 10. another conveyor belt level, this time with bowling bulbs, pea shooters, and tangle kelp. Yet again, we are deciding not to use tangle kelp since it is simply too overpowered. However, this time it is much easier because we have another attacking plant we can use, bowling bulb. And since we have already played through day 5, we know the strategy for not using tangle kelp in these levels. In fact, this is so easy that I managed to beat this on the first attempt with no real trouble. And just like that, we have beaten day 10 and are now ready to move on to day 11. The last day I recorded in the 1 hour and 35 minutes I was recording was day 11, so we're going to be talking about that. The reason I want to talk about this level specifically is because of the new zombie we'll be facing, Surfboard Zombie. Basically what it is, it's a zombie that, carries surfboards, that carries a surfboard. It basically surfs the water until it gets to the land, and then when it gets to the land, carries its surfboard until it finds a plant, and then just instantly destroys it. And it is really annoying, and I kind of forgot to account for that, as you can see in my strategy. I thought that, a normal dumb strat, if you watch RCCH, you'll know what I mean, strategy would work like this, because obviously the challenge is no attacking plants, but I kind of forgot to account that, surfboard zombies would be a really huge threat. So I apologize for being a bit rusty. The main 2 instant kills I used were Potato Mine and Cherry Bomb. The reason I chose to just use Potato Mine instead of Primal Potato Mine is because in this level, all but 2 plants have been picked for you, and it's up to you to choose what 2 plants you want to bring into this level along with the 5 others that have already been picked for you. I chose Cherry Bomb and Sunshroom. Cherry Bomb because instant kill, and then Sunshroom I brought in because I wanted to up my sun economy, since all we would be having is this sunflower, which only gives 50 sun. So basically the strategy is, if you can't defend a lane, just let it go, and make sure you can defend the lane after the fact. And then just use potato mines and cherry bombs to clear out the remaining zombies and the surfboards after they take a plant. That's basically it for day 11. It's not too hard, but it's hard enough that I just wanted to go over it.